Chosen ones, empaths, welcome to another live stream. I'm glad that you could be here. I'll wait for some to come into the building, but I want to talk today about the discard is not the end. The narcissist is punishing you. I want to talk about that today. Hello everyone, welcome to this stream. Yeah, it's an important topic because a lot of you are in a place when you get discarded, you feel so low, you feel like a reject, you feel really in a bad place, you feel in a really bad place from a discard. And I just want you to know it's not the end, right? It's not the end. But for those of you that are here now, put in the chat if any of you desire rekindling, like having a conversation, like having a last conversation with the narcissist. Put it in the chat now. Hello Veronica, greetings to you, thank you for being here. But yeah, put in the chat if any of you there's no judgment here. Just put in, like, if you feel like there's unfinished business, like there's something you want to say. Hello Radar, all the way from Norway, thank you for being here. Anita Nash, thank you for being here. I have seen your comments, Anita Nash. I need to get around to responding to all of those comments, so I will do in time. I just need to set a day aside to do it. John Peden is back. Thank you for being here. Yeah, oh, so you do feel like it, John. You do feel like it. Right. Now that's the trap of the narcissist, right? So John feels like he wants to have a last conversation with the narcissist. Is anyone else out of anyone here who's watching feel like they want to have a conversation with the narcissist? Pascal, shout out to you. Hey, what I want to say is I don't anymore. This game is sick. Greets from the Netherlands. Shout out to you. Based Left Ericsson, good morning and God bless you all survivors here. Shout out to you. Amanda Sorrell, hi. No, I definitely don't want a conversation with it. Finished, I discarded him everywhere and left him in complete silence. No warning, no nothing, just left him in complete silence a month ago. Veronica Brown, I did that and nothing changed. Anita Nash, I was brutally dumped, zero talking, just ghost. I can't stop thinking about it. Okay. Right. Based off Ericsson, yes I do, but only to make amends for my own wrongdoings and nothing more. Ella Love, I do, just want him to admit being wrong. Right. This is the thing, okay? This is what keeps you bound. Wanting to hear what they have to say, right? But you need to understand what is actually happening is the narcissist is giving you that feeling. You have to understand what the discard is all about. The discard is a motive. The discard is an agenda, right? They want to make you feel like there's nothing left, like the finale. It's over. There's nothing left. That's how they want you to make you feel, right? Okay, that's how they want to make you feel. How long has it been? Put in the chat, everyone. Put the likes up as well for everyone here if you can. Put the likes up. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes. How long has it been? Everyone put in the chat how long it's been since you last spoke. How long has it been? Radar says last week. It was a year ago since I cut off the narc and saw the narc 2 times in 3 days. She'd gotten really fat and she and the new supply looked miserable. 4 years, 5 months. So it's a variety. A mutual friend of Joan Payden, a mutual friend of mine, that my ex-narcissist also cut off. I was discarded, told me she was at her house January of this year. And let me remind you that me and my ex-narcissist haven't spoken 2 years. Okay. 7 months. I blocked him. Amanda Sorrell. I blocked him just after he was starting to devalue me. After I came back from spending 3 days with him, started silent treatment and being aggressive. Veronica Brown, 90 days, discarded 6 months ago. I'm starting to believe it's all mind games. It's all been about 6 weeks since I last spoke to him, 6 months. Okay, all right, so there's a variety, right? So we've got some years, we've got some months, 90 days, that's 3 months. You need to understand that the narcissist is playing the long game with you, right? They're playing the long game with you. They want you to feel it's over, it's done with. What you have to understand, what the motive behind it is they're converting your supply source. You were once a positive supply source, and they're converting. Yours truly, thank you for being here. You're spoiling us, but they're converting. Oh no! DTP, DT Pixar. Oh no, they're not. They aren't punishing me. I'm enjoying my time away. I don't want to go back, lol. Well, this is the thing. They're doing this long. They're playing the long haul with you, and they're converting your supply source, right? They're converting your supply source to make you think, okay, that they don't want nothing to do with you, right? And they're wanting to get a negative supply source after you, right? So I don't know how many of you chased after the narcissist after the discard. Because this is what happens. You know, it doesn't matter how much you chased, but put in the chat if you chased after the narcissist. Because, shout out to you, Alan. She came back after a year. She left me and went with someone else shortly after. She returned when the relationship ended. Then got cold and distant after a week and hanging out 2 times. I assume she went back to him. Be 6 months now. No word from her. I assume she went back to him. Okay. Well, this is the converting of supply. They want you to chase. They want you to chase after them, and this is what it's all about. So, the silence that you're going through, is a punishment. That's the punishment, right? That's the punishment. Like DT Pixar said, "Oh no, they're not punishing." He or she seen through it, and is taking what it is from it. You know, is not being punished by it. But many of you feel like you want to have this final talk, the final sit down, the final chat, talk things through. And you need to understand that that's never going to work with a narcissist. There's always motives and agendas. This whole discard was strategically planned, you know. Yours truly, I chased after him, but I stopped when he made it clear that he doesn't love me and like I loved him. Okay, so yeah, they even use their Joe Payton. They even use their own kids as flying monkeys to contact you to get information on you. Her kids, my stepsons, had reached out to me 7 months ago after she broke up with me. Haven't spoke to them since. Yeah, they all use their own kids. What you need to understand about the discard, right, is, like I said, they were converting your supply source to a negative supply. They want to make you desperate. They want to make you chase after them. Thank you for getting up to 12 likes, everyone. I really appreciate it. But they want to make you chase after them. They want to make you in that place. And they want to leave you stuck in that mind state of that you desire to speak to them. Like, you could just have, you know, they want to leave you in that mind state. And that's why the silent treatment, like Anita Nash is saying, I reached out multiple times first few weeks. I fell apart because no response. This is the thing, right? They will use the silent treatment, right? And this is the reverse Hoover. This is what's happening when they give you silent treatment. Ghosting, silent treatment, ignoring you. This is what's happening, right? Shim the Great, shout out to you. But this is what they're doing when they're ghosting you or using the silent treatment. They are basically making you be in that position where all you want to do is speak to them. Now, this triggers something in the brain. When someone's discarded or someone is cut off, discarded, given silent treatment, ghosting, it triggers a dopamine or a neurological chemical response in your brain that makes you just want to desire them, right? Like things that are scarce are greatly desired, right? So if you're in the mindset where you feel like it's impossible to have them, right? And that's why I tried to talk about what's really going through the mind of the narcissist. If you're in the mind state of where you feel like you can't have them, right? Then it leaves you in that just desiring them, wanting another talk, wanting to talk things through. Tony Bros, he's been with a new supply but won't leave me alone. Exactly, right? This is the thing. You need to start seeing what's really going on. This is a motive. This is an agenda, right? Against you. This is what's happening. It's a motive and an agenda against you to punish you, to make you suffer. You have been converted to another source of supply that wants to be a negative source. The one that chases after them. The one that hunts them down. The one that can't get over them. And this is what's going to fuel them, right? This is what they're doing. They're trying to make you chase. So they're punishing you so you come back stronger. They're pushing you away so you come back stronger. That's what's happening. It's even in non-narcissistic dating. Oh, act cold, push someone away, get them to chase. This is what they're doing to you. It's the same old strategy, right? But the thing is you're hurt. When you go through the discard, you're hurt. You're in pain. You feel like, oh my God, it's over. What am I going to do? Like, you're in tears. You can't sleep. You can't eat. It's painful. But what I need you to know is don't be the one that's waiting on the shelf. Don't be the one that's waiting on the shelf. You need to understand, the fade and effect bias. You really need to understand the fade and effect bias. I'd advise all of you that are listening now to find out about the fade and effect bias. Because look, the narcissist discarded you. So they must have had a reason for it, right? This is what they're trying to make out to you. There's a reason. They don't love you. You done something wrong. You didn't do enough. Whatever it is, right? They had some bullshit reason why they discarded you, right? And what you need to understand is about the fade and effect bias, which after several weeks, these so-called problems that they had with you, these so-called problems that they had with you, tribe, these will fade out of their mind, right? And that's what they'll start to experience after several weeks. So this is why when you chase after them, it prevents them going through this period of going through the fade and effect bias. You need to be silent for several weeks, and then this will start to trigger their mind. If you're in their phone, in their DMs, on their social media, contacting them, reaching out to them, it's not going to let them trigger into this fade and effect bias. DT Pixar, I know my screen name is weird. DT is my initials, Pix for pictures, art for art. It was supposed to represent my photography and art. Pronounced DT Pixar. DT Pixar. Okay. Thank you for that. Joe Peden, after the discard, bro, Zion, were you having dreams? Because I still have dreams, unfortunately. Yes, I had dreams. But dreams can be, spiritually based. Your mind processing things. It can also be the narcissist spiritually thinking about you, which triggers the dreams. There's a variety of reasons, but you need to just there's meanings in dreams as well. Like, was the dream, in a horrible, dirty environment? If you look up dream meanings about horrible, dirty environments, it will symbolize something. If it was a clean environment with you was in a bedroom and there was white linen sheets, you know, it will symbolize something in the dream. So look out for the signs in the dreams that will symbolize something. If it was dark and eerie, it will symbolize something. You know, there's meanings. I don't know how true these meanings are, but you can look into it. You know, I know some people that have got really into the dream interpretation. I'm not really that well versed on it, but I know a little bit about it. You know, so Tony Burrows says he's been with a new supplier but won't leave me alone. Alan says she needed space and time to heal, but I highly doubt it. She blamed me for everything. I didn't truly do anything bad other than close up and walking on eggshells after she threatened. When someone says they need space, Alan, give them the space, right? It's not a backhanded remark to... it can be a cheap way to discard, but it can also be them wanting space. So you give them space, right? That's what you do, right? Give them space, give them time. And that's what I'm trying to emphasize. What all of you need to do is about giving them space. You need to give them time to go through this fade and effect bias, to miss you, to realize that the things that they deemed as problems have gone, you know? Radar, I do have nightmares sometimes and thoughts about her, and it's not mine, but I don't know if it's a psychic, spiritual connection. Spiritual connection, I think. You know? It's also because of the trauma you've been through, you know? Yours truly, it hurts like hell, but thank God for healing and therapy. Exactly. So, what you need to understand is this fade and effect bias is a real thing. This is what they'll go through. You have been discarded. They will also go through dumper's remorse. Shout out to you, Laura335. Shit, I went no contact 6 months after being dumped by my ex. They love to see an empath chase him and keep dreaming. Not, but... Anita Nash, can my difficulty letting go have anything to do with him thinking about me, negative or positive? Yes, it can be. But you need to understand the mind of what they're going through for you to release, right? So like I said, the fade and effect bias, the bad things that they said you done wrong will start to fade. That will fade. So they'll remember the good things. They'll also go through dumper's remorse after a few months. This is in non-narcissistic relationships too. This is why I always say it's better to be discarded than it is to do the cutting off of the narcissist. You get to see the real unmasking. You get to see what they are, right? All of you who are looking on their social media, what you need to do, I'm not going to tell you to stop looking now. I would tell you to stop looking, but I'm going to say, I know that many of you still look on the social media. The point when you see the new supply, that needs to be your cutoff point. Because what you got to take from this is the way that they were able to go to someone new so quickly, like you meant nothing, is not because you meant nothing. They're trying to cover their pain. So they're going through dumper's remorse. They're having the fade and effect bias. They're having this experience going on in their minds, and they're trying to cover the wound by going with these new people, right? But you need to have morals and decency like you do have, and not let your hurt supersede it, right? And think, wow, this person that I loved, this person that I cared about, has gone with someone new. That is it. I would never let them back in my life again, right? And, you know, this is the thing. There was someone that I'd done sessions with, quite a few one-to-one sessions with, and he'd been denied intimacy over 2 years. He was denied to see his daughter. The narcissist was being really... The devaluation was absolutely brutal. He was in a bad way. He was in such a bad way. And he began educating himself on it of his own accord, as well as having one-to-one sessions. And it went on for some time. And what he did is he got a he took a picture on his social media of a handbag and 2 wine glasses or 2 alcoholic drinks next to a handbag, right? And posted it as his picture posted it on his social media. And then he started getting like fake accounts following him. The narcissist sister was viewing his stories or something like. I'm not that well versed on social media about what app this was on and stuff. I think it was Instagram, and they were seeing his stories. And the narcissist, like he wasn't with no one new. He was just literally taking a picture of two glasses in a handbag to wind them up. But he went through this healing journey. He started to get a lot stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And then one day he was driving past the narcissist's house. Still, she wouldn't let him see. The reason why I'm telling you this story is because he always told me I can share the story with anyone that it would help. So obviously it's confidential in one-to-one sessions, but he told me that I could share his story. But one day he was driving past the house, and he saw some man come out of the house, right? And he went mad, right? Because he'd been studying, he'd been practicing sort of spiritual practices. He'd been getting closer to God. He'd been practicing spiritual practices. He was really getting stronger in himself. He confronted the narcissist. He's like, "Who's that man?" And then the narcissist started saying, "Oh, it's someone to fix the TV." So the narcissist was lying, "Oh, it's someone to fix the TV," But that was his cutoff point. And, by him going through his healing journey, like I said, the narcissist didn't let him have any contact with his daughter, didn't let him have overnight stays. He used to do everything for the daughter, drop her to school, have her after school, but she wouldn't let him have overnight stays with his young daughter to like have movie nights and eat popcorn and all of that stuff, right? And basically, the narcissist broke, with the combination of her spying on his social media, which all of you are going through, the combination of spying on the social media, which all of you are going through, which if you're on social media, they will be spying, seeing that, him getting stronger, the narcissist actually broke down and said, where did you get this strength from? Where did you get this strength from? I can't believe where you got this strength from. And she tried to beg for him back. And that was a real, declaration of love Hoover attempt, which what I would say is many of you won't experience a declaration of love Hoover attempt, right? The Hoover's going to be the Hoover that you receive, right? This was after like 2-3 years, of devaluation, of not denying him visits with his daughter, denying overnight stays with his daughter. 2-3 years he went through this pain, and obviously he was bound with the child. But what you're going to experience is, I've heard of Hoovers coming after years apart. I've heard of Hoovers with people driving past the chosen one in the empath's house. The Hoover that you experience is going to be weird. The Hoover that you experience is going to be weird, It is going to be a really weird one, It's not going to be a declaration of love, It's not going to be a declaration of love. It's going to be something weird that makes you feel uncomfortable. Yeah, it's going to make you feel really uncomfortable when the Hoover comes. Don't wait on the Hoover. You're going to be so in your journey by the time they do the Hoover. They're going through the fading effects bias. They're going through the dumper's remorse. They're with a new supply that's not cutting it. They're going through these experiences in their minds. They struggle with how to bring this to your attention. They've discarded you. Remember, you're meant to feel like the reject. If you break from that mindset, like, I'm not the reject. You walked out of my life, it's your loss. If you get to that mind state, you walked out of my life, it's your loss. I'm not suffering, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I've seen you go with a new supplier. I don't want to talk to you. These are the things that you need to adopt, right? And when the Hoover comes, which will be strange, it could be a hi, how are you? It could be a fake profile request. This is what they do. They're probably speaking to you through fake profiles now. If you're on dating apps or you're speaking to people on social media, they speak to you through fake accounts. They may use a profile that they deem as less attractive, so to see if you're encouraged to speak to that profile, and then they'll base you and say, look, you're ready to go with something, you're desperate, you're ready to go with anyone. This is what they'll do. Let me scroll up to see some of the comments. Let me see some of the comments. I don't know where I was at before. I'll just start from Sorry, everyone. Let me just try and find where I was at. Laura says most knocks are fat. To another trait no one mentions. Lol. I think they come in all shapes and sizes, Laura. Amanda Cyril, I think he thought I would start chasing him. Nope, he was very much mistaken. He was fine in the 3 days we spent together. Changed the day after for no reason. That's what they do. They will change. You know, you can have a great time with them, or what you think is a great time, and they will change. You know, based Leif Erikson, or they're unhealthy, skinny due to their obsessive compulsion for perfection and result in eating disorders. Yeah, they come in all shapes and sizes, narcissists. They're in all shapes and sizes, colors, you know, brown, white, green, blue. They're something else. Joe Peden, it's really sick to think that while they were with the new supply having sex or whatever, we were on their minds. They're really sick and twisted. Yeah. And when they, the thing is when they were doing it behind your back, you know, when they were doing it behind your back, if that was happening to you, you know, they got a thrill from it. When they're with the new supply now, and it's not cheating, it's not so fun no more. Radar says my ex downgraded when even my gay friends told me he looked disgusting and wouldn't even try that. Says a lot about the new supply. Triangulation. Alan, I gave her time and space, haven't said anything since then. I respected what she wanted. If she's happier without me, I wish her the best of luck. But it still hurts, can't lie. Do miss her. Like I said, you're going to hear from them after a long period of time. They're going to do something. A lot of you have had Hoovers that you haven't noticed. Right? That's what I will say as well. A lot of you have had Hoovers that you haven't noticed. Some of these last exchanges of messages, because you was in a place of hurt, because you was in a place of pain, because you was in a place of suffering, because you was hurting, they were doing things, manipulation tactics, like baiting tactics and Hoover attempts to temperament check. Like I said, they're temperament checkers. They're checking your temperament, checking how you're healing, right? They've done some of these things, you know, at the start, you know, and they went over your heads. So what you're going to experience now is a weird Hoover. It will be something so strange, something so weird, you know. You know, I've had a lot of fake accounts, you know, loads of fake accounts. You know, I'm not even on social media anymore. I never really use social media anyway, but a lot of fake accounts. You have to watch out for the fake accounts. Veronica Brown, I've been getting a lot of phone calls from unknown numbers and friend requests. That's what it is. They make you know it's them, but only you know it's them, and people will think you're like crazy. Basically, Erickson, that's what I was about to say now. I'm hyper vigilant about accepting any friend requests anywhere. I blocked her and any mutual friends that I've seen on social media with. Otherwise, I don't care if she sees me on my healing journey. Yeah. They do this. They don't let go. You have to understand this is that they don't let go. Turbo Whale, shout out to you. Amanda Cyril, sorry. No, never been on a dating app. No intention of going on any. The experience of him has put me off for life. Turbo Whale, she dumped me. I didn't message after a week. After a week, asked how the show. Oh, sorry. She dumped me. I didn't message after a week. Asked how the show that we were supposed to go to, but she broke up, so I wouldn't go with her. I answered, and then she gave me silent treatment. Yeah, this is the thing. Don't make any plans with these people, you know, they break plans, you know. Veronica Brown, I don't answer any of the friend requests. Shout out to you, Mosquito, thank you for being here. Great content as usual, thank you. Varsity Dubs, Zion, if we trip up and reach out, any words of advice to regroup? Get back on it. Varsity Dubs, get back on it. Everyone's done it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, you are in that place. And that's because you need to understand that when you reach out, you're in a place of hurt, you're in a place of pain. It's the good, decent thing that you tried to do, right? You are a savior empath. You like to fix things. They knew this about you from before the discard even occurred. They knew this, Varsity Dubs, and all of you, they knew they done temperament checkers before the discard even occurred, right? And they saw how you don't respond well to when they act cold, to when they act distant. to when they don't talk to you for a day or two, whatever, however they played being cold. They saw that you don't respond well to it. And this is what gave them the courage to go through with the discard, because they realize that they can pull away and it can make you chase them harder. So being in a place of when you have reached out, you've done the decent thing. You've done the decent thing because at that time and place, you may have known they're a narcissist, you may have not been that switched on, but you don't know as much as you know now. You're not that awakened. After you've gone through the experience of them, maybe ignoring you or giving you silent treatment or whatever, you take it as what it is. Don't ever beat yourself up or put yourself down because the narcissist ignored you or because the narcissist is not corresponding with you correctly. Now versus dubs and all of you, if you reach out, it's their loss. That's the way you need to look at it. They had their chance. You will be in that place in your mind for a period of time, but they overplay their hand, and all of you are going to get to the place when you door slam, bolt and weld it shut, and you never want nothing more to do with them. It's just going to happen at a particular time for you, right? So you may reach out again versus dubs, and all of you may reach out again, right? But you need to understand what being distant, what leaving them to their own devices does, and how the power of your silence actually is what happens, right? Like narcissists can say they don't love you, they're trying to hurt your feelings. Narcissists can say I never want to see you again. Narcissists can give you silence treatment, ghost you, do all these things. If you leave them to their own devices, they slip up, right? That's what you got to understand. So after you've reached out, just try to get back on. Just take it as what it is. They're not corresponding with you. This is the whole point, right? They want to leave you in that place of wanting to speak to them, wanting to talk things through. You need to think to yourself, there's nothing more that I want to say to you. Everything has been said. I don't want to talk to you. I don't even want to hear what you have to say. Because what you say is going to be manipulation. What you say is going to be lies. What you say, how are you going to trust these people? How are you going to trust these people again? Once they've played these games, they've broken the trust. You can't trust them anymore. Like a relationship without trust is not going to work. So I would advise you, Varsity Dubs, and anyone in the same position, is just get back on it. You're not less of a person because you reached out. You're the decent person that tried to fix it. The point is now you're awakening more and more each and every day. You're on your healing journey. You're waking up more and more. And next time around, you ain't going to reach out. And there's going to be you may reach out one more time or two more times, but use that as your closure. That is your closure. You reached out. You offered them a hand. They knew you were going to reach out. They knew you was. That's why they discarded you in a brutal way. In the way that they done it. They don't give you closure. They know you're going to reach out. I know they're idiots. And I know they're dusty weirdos. And I know they're deranged. But they knew you was going to reach out. So it's just about doing the opposite of what they think you're going to do. They think you're going to stay in that state of always wanting them. Of always wanting to reach out. And it's up to you to try and break that. So I hope that helps. Adam. Yeah, but they don't be wanting to bang when you want or at your level because they know the new supplier would know the difference. Yeah, but they don't be wanting to bang when you want or at your level because they know the new supplier would know the difference. Yeah, exactly. Turbo Whale have not talked since. Almost like she was trying to provoke me or is angry or something. I just gave her silence, no reaction. Only makes it easier to let go. Joker Muppet Masterclass. Silence is priceless. Exactly. Shout out to you for being here. Tony Broyles, the Hoover felt like harassment to me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It feels so weird when they Hoover. It's horrible. It's actually horrible. When they Hoover, it is horrible. When it's horrible. When they Hoover, it is horrible. It is really horrible. Yeah, Adam said hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button if you can. I've just scrolled all the way down to comments. Where was that at? Yeah. John Willis, shout out to you for being here. Thank you for being here. They're so cunning and hateful of you for being a good person. I think that's what you meant to say. Yeah, exactly. Amanda Cyril, he didn't even start the silent treatment and being passive aggressive until 7 months in. Cheville Ross, shout out to you. Hello everyone. Survivor of covert malignant narcissist for 12 years, 5 years free from the wickedness I endured. Thank you for your content and of awareness. Thank you for being here. I'm glad it's helping. Alan says, I don't have any social media, so she can't check up on me or anything. She would need to call or text, but I think she'll probably, I think she said I probably hate her. Her pride won't let her return. Yeah, it can be for a weird way, because they're so prideful, they'll do something weird. But what I would say is, I don't know if you've come off social media because of them. That is a good, there's two ways of looking at it. You can either come off social media totally because of them, or you can be on social media, but don't let them dictate what you do, you know? Unless you just want to be on your healing journey until you get to that point, you know, when you go back on there or whatever, you know? But I'm not on social media. To be honest, I'm surprised I even do YouTube, you know? It was shocking that I even started the journey on YouTube for our channel. Amanda Cyril, they're the worst malignant covert narcissist, I believe. Laura, yeah, don't beg for the narc. They're boring people anyway who fake being interesting to keep people around. Stay strong, folks. Exactly, Laura. Anita Nash, my head knows this, Zion, but my heart needs to catch up. Take your time. Take your time. That's what it's about. Taking your time. There's, you know, healing is not. It takes time for everyone. You know, it takes time for everyone. You know, but you need to understand what these people are, and try and, you know, like, I'm grateful for the narcissists, you know, showing their true colors, discarding whatever they've done. You know, I'm grateful for them doing that. It's the best thing that ever happened. And that's what I want to touch on before. To discard, you will understand, all of you will understand, that it is the best thing that ever happens to you in life. I promise you, right? I've been in a place of hurt. I've been in a place of pain. I've been in a place where I desire to talk to them. I've been in those situations. But you will understand that the discard is actually the best thing that can ever happen to you, right? And you will become the best version of yourself. You will honestly become the best version of yourself through this. There's something about, in psychology, about suffering can actually make you, I'm not saying this in all accounts, but there's some psychological research on how suffering actually makes you enhance and develop and become stronger. And there was a man, what was his name? He's a philosopher, but he was put in the Nazi concentration camps, and he lost his whole family in there. And I know this is extreme, but he was the one that done this research about how suffering enhanced him. It's how he done all his works. It's how he continued in all his works in his field of work. And he went through losing his whole family, you know, being in a concentration camp, being held prisoner. There's through suffering, there's actually it can develop you in the right way. And I've seen this happen in my own life through the suffering that I've endured. It's actually made me become a better version of myself. You know, I'm still a work in progress, like we all are. You know, we're all a work in progress. But honestly, I promise you, some of you have been a few months out, some of you have been years out. I promise you that this makes you become your best version. And what you need to understand is this is all preparation for who you meet in the future. What you need to think about now, even if you're not ready for dating, think about what you're doing now. You know, make a plan. Make a year plan, 2-year plan, 3-year plan, 4-year plan, 5-year plan, however long you want to do. Make a plan. Think about your finances. Think about your career, think about your work, think about your children, think about a plan, think about this, think about that. Occupy your mind with things, right? And understand that you're working towards something and you're in a preparation season that you will meet someone that's on a similar level, right? You're also going to experience narcissists trying to infiltrate your life, right? But I promise the next time around you experience a narcissist, it doesn't bother you, you know? Narcissists can come through friends, family, colleagues, romantic partners, business associates, whatever. It come through a variety of ways. But I promise you, when you've experienced a narcissist romantically, or you've experienced a narcissist in any form of life, dealing with another narcissist is not as bad. It's really not as bad, Let me just go through some of the more comments. Laurie, I discarded him. Shout out to you, Laurie, for being here. I discarded him and blocked him on everything, and he claimed he was too good for me. But he's been making fake profiles and contacting through email because he couldn't reach out to me any other way. Exactly, that's what they all do. Adam, so that way you can take pictures or phone calls of uploading pictures of disturbing events. Veronica, yes, healing takes time. I'm still healing. That's it. Take your time. All of you take your time. But thank you all for being here. I'm going to draw this live stream to a close. I'm going to try and let me see if there's anyone that I haven't mentioned in the comments. Mosquito, I think I shouted you out. Empath does not need a narc to level up. Consider it as hard mode. Oh, Flover. I was smeared and accused of horrendous things after I cut them off. Had to get a lawyer and spend a boatload for court. That's what they're like. That is what they're like. And you can't... What I heard from someone in a session is the best way to handle a narcissist in court is to try to stay calm, to try not let them antagonize you. And this person who I spoke to, who was dealing in a session that I had a session with, who was dealing with people, a narcissist, played the game right, and it made the narcissist expose themselves. So that's what I would honestly say. Leona Smith, shout out, thank you for being here. Good day to you as well. Yes, so I think I've shouted at everyone. Thank you all for being here. I'll draw this stream to a close, and I'll be back with another video soon. I hope you all have a blessed day, night, or whatever time you're watching. Love, blessings, peace.